4. Prime Discuss, a news and current affairs political show that will leave you informed and engaged. Prime Discuss on Midas Radio 90.5 FM.
Representation is a popular lexicon in the discourse of democracy, good governance, and leadership. This entails being chosen by like minds or being handpicked to be the face of an institution, an entity, a family, or a party in the political space. With elections drawing nearer by the minute and an authorized electoral act to keep humans and procedures in check, political parties have started mopping up their houses and planning strategically in order to put their best foot forward through their anointed candidates. Whoever these candidates are, citizens have a number of expectations: that they are represented adequately, their needs advocated, and most importantly, that they enjoy good governance. The amended Electoral Act has, however, left parties with no other choice than to impose, apply consensus mode, or conduct primaries. Nigeria does not allow for independent candidacy. Parties are supreme. With the time frame stipulated by the law, the electoral law, many are opting for imposition. Do you know your representatives? Are you satisfied with your representatives? What exactly are the key performance indicators, KPIs, of our representatives at the Senate, House of Representatives, House of Assembly, and councils? Lest we forget, there are the gender issues. Will imposition or hand-picking give absolute respect to gender balance? These are the questions we'll look to seek answers to this morning on Prime Discuss on Midas Radio 90.5 FM. Now, this is going to be quite interactive. For the first set of minutes that we have, before I speak with a female politician who will be lending her thoughts to the political situation. Now, if we recall, it's been quite dramatic with discussions around the political space in Ekiti and even beyond. Who gets what? How it is gotten? Who decides? Do we consider performance? Are party members, or do I call them sub-leaders, are they important to this process? We will be talking about all of this morning, and so you that have been, of course, following critically the political situation in the state. Let's share and discuss this morning. Like I said earlier, later on, not too far from now, I will be having a guest, a women advocate and a politician, female politician, to discuss some of these issues and concerns with us. The numbers to call are 0915 0905905, 0915 0905905. Or 0704 100 1905, 0704 100 1905. And on WhatsApp, it's 0915 190 5905. On WhatsApp, it's 0905 190 5905. The electoral law, the amended electoral law, has put everyone on their toes. The bickering has begun. In many quarters, you talk about party supremacy. Where does this keep political figures in political parties? Are there better ways to address this development so as to keep parties in order and keep their homes in one place? I am BUKOLA FORTUNE-OMOSOLA, welcoming you on another edition of Prime Discourse, coming to you live on Midas Radio 90.5 FM. Today we look into the political scenario in Ekiti and Nigeria. Political calculations are ongoing. There is the law and there is fairness. Oh 0915 090 5905, 0915 090 5905, or 0704 100 1905, 0704 100 1905. Hello, a beautiful morning to you. Hello. Good morning to you. We can hear you. Okay. Hello, a great morning to you. Okay, well, I'm sure that our engineers will be doing something about this morning so that we can have good conversations. Now, the calls are coming in, but we're not getting good signals. So please permit us. I'm sure that something will be done while we're at this. The political climate has been quite interesting. And indeed, for political figures, it's now the survival of the fittest. Uproars, wranglings, but who eventually decides? You can do all to join us on WhatsApp this morning on Prime Discuss. 0915 190 5905. We have a few minutes, just a few minutes more to run this before our guest will be joining us this morning. All right, our sincere apologies once again for not getting the comments in. We appreciate that you took your time to want to be a part of this, but well, we can only promise that we'll work on what's left to be done this morning. Thank you very much. Okay, so I said earlier that I was going to have a guest, but she's over the phone, a women advocate and a politician, a businesswoman, a woman of many parts. She has joined us now via phone this morning on Prime Discuss on Midas Radio 90.5 FM at Wikiti. And I welcome now former chairman, Bonyi Local Government, Mrs. Shade Akinrimola, who many of us know as Shade Bonyi, to discuss women participation in politics and the latest structure of assuming positions ahead of the governorship election in Ekiti and Nigeria. Good morning to you, ma'am. How are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm doing well. I'm fine.
This call will be recorded.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for joining us on Prime Discuss. Okay, so let's start this way. Last Monday, we were only here talking about women, and that's following the International Women's Day celebration. So let's pay attention to the political development and how this concerns women here in Ekiti. What improvements, let's start from this part. What improvements can you say we can currently talk about when we look at women participation in politics, their involvement, their inclusion? Let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Once again, my name is Fola Shade Akinrimola, the former PDP state women leader. Answering your question, I want to say we appreciate God that first and foremost, we have a number of women courageous enough to vie for elective position compared to those days when women get scared because of fear of intimidation, where do I get sponsors? But current, we know we have a number of credible women that are ready to face the challenges ahead. Yeah, we have a lot of women that are courageous enough compared to those days. And when we also want to talk about the improvement, fine, it is state. Even though I'm not a member of the ruling party, but I want to give it to them that we have a number of women in position of authority. We have the SPP, we have the head of service, we have deputy speaker. We have a lot of women out there in representing women in political positions. So having said that, I want to believe we are taking a positive step ahead compared to those days, compared to 5-10 years ago in Ekiti State. We are really improving.
Before we talk about what's been happening with the new political alignment, the Amendment Electoral Act, and what that could portend for political parties in this election to come, there's this thing about the opposition in Nigeria and even in Ekiti. What's been your thoughts on this? A viable opposition in Ekiti to the ruling party in the state?
I want to say it's not going to be to the advantage of the ruling party. Any party that wants to silence opposition is ready to fail. The best can any ruling party think of is a viable opposition that will criticize positively, having nothing at stake, not having nothing biased. But if you have a party, if you have a ruling party that doesn't want anybody to talk, if you have a ruling party that wants to impose, if you have a party that does not want to be criticized, I want to say this is the first time in the history of Ekiti. I've been in the politics of Ekiti since 2002, and it has never happened like this. Election will be coming up in few months. There are no opposition there. Even the ruling party is nowhere to be found. It is not the best for our democracy. I want to believe, as somebody that has contested severally, as somebody that has also occupied a political position in the Ekiti State, when you have opposition, you will know where what's the mind of the people. It will give you the opportunity to know the mind of the people. But in a situation whereby it's yes, I'm so scared and I'm so worried what could be the repercussion at the end of the day. So to me, as a grassroots politician, I want to say it's not the best for our democracy. The best that could have happened is everybody should be allowed. Nobody should be imposed. Either in either of the parties, especially when we talk about women. When we talk about women, I want to say sincerely this morning, thank God that we have this program at this point. We are looking at all sectors. We are looking. This morning I woke up. I've been able to speak to so many NGOs across board outside the state. We are looking. We are monitoring. We are not going to take anything less. No position. Anybody that wants to vie for any elective position should please be allowed. He or she should be allowed. It should be allowed. When you get to the field, if you fail honorably, you will go back home and go back to the drawing board and try to see why and what has made you fail. But in a situation whereby they say, Baba Soikpe, Aga Soikpe, Daddy Soikpe, was Soikpe, no. That is what we have been clamoring. That is what we have been talking about. It's not supposed to be so. Anybody that wants to vie for any position should please be allowed. I don't want to be too confrontational this morning. We have a lot of women a lot of men to say that has represented us once, twice, that they have not done well at all. That they have not done well. Just 2 days ago, I sent a text to one I don't want to mention online. I sent a text. There is no time you will call, please. We need you to support. Even people you know that they cannot call to tell you, Joe, I want to buy fuel in my car. They will not even pay attention. Whenever anybody wins any position representing a kit, you are not representing a party, for God's sake. You are representing the electorate, representing everybody. Fine, you won under a political party. But when your attention is needed, you need to answer. You know, by the special grace of God, we are also going back to the drawing board. Anybody representing us in any position that is not ready to listen, we will also mobilize to embarrass the office.
Okay.
So what I'm saying in nutshell is everybody should be allowed. There should be no imposition. There should be no. I don't want to preempt, even though we are still in the process. But all I'm saying is we are on the wash. Somebody like me, I'm not contesting anything. I don't have anything to gain or to lose. Anywhere, any point we need to mobilize, we need to speak out. We cannot all be silent. We cannot all be silent. The ruling party cannot padlock everybody's mouth. We can talk. It's not that we can't talk. The only thing why somebody like me keeps quiet is because the governor is a listening governor. And I want to believe also that he will listen to us this morning. He should use his position, especially calling on the First Lady of Ekiti State. She should build on what the past administration has done. She should build on what Erelu Fayemi has done. Erelu Fayemi really tried for women in Ekiti. And we are not taking less at this time. We will not take less.
All right.
Any woman that is courageous enough to contest, let her go. If she fails, she come back. We will rally around her and encourage her that she should buckle up for the next dispensation.
Now, before we talk about vying at all, because you are saying that you don't want imposition, people should go to the floor. Now, whatever you come up with, whatever happens to you there, then we can always re-strategize. That's your position. But before we get to that part, because I know that there's something about the electoral law. I said it earlier, but you had not joined the conversation at the time. So I'll get back there. Before then, talking about the ruling party. Now, this could mean any party, but indicating, yes, we know it's the APC, but we're trying to spread our tentacles now, whatever the situation is anywhere. And you say that the ruling party is stifling maybe opposition, for instance. You say opposition is critical to whatever happens in a system. Do you not think that it's like the leading opposition, that's the PDP, that's your party, and others, do you not think is the internal wranglings happening there, the unsettlement, that has put them in that corner, and not necessarily that it's the ruling party that is, digging holes in the other political parties?
If a right-thinking politician not only in Ekiti. We know Ajala Tannoe. Also, the problem in most of the political party is the fear of the unknown from the ruling party. I want to use myself as an example. There was a time I contested for a position in my local government. Somebody, the opposition party, sponsored within my own party so that we not emerge as the party candidate. Oh, that is at the local level. You can imagine what
happens at the higher level.
Is from the top, is from the national. They don't really party in the national doesn't want the viable opposition that is the PDP to be settled. They know definitely that they have not done well. Every promises has not been met. Everything the ruling party promised to do. Look at the issue of electricity. Our president said if he doesn't get it sorted in 4 years, he should not be re-elected. So now tell me at this point the electricity is even worse, more than what it used to be in the past. So every problem that we are having, the strategy is just to weaken the opposition. And I want to believe, at the end of it, that fear of the unknown will definitely come to pass. You cannot put something on nothing. It is not done. It is only what you have. Now they have the power and they are really using the power. And I want to commend them that, yes, they are very good. They are good at using the power they have at hand. But it cannot, whatever goes around, turns around, it will definitely crash at a point. So it's not that the opposition party doesn't have what it takes. Because even in the opposition, we have some Jegudu Jera, we have some leaders that are not credible, that their integrity is -0, that you can never trust them when they are supposed to take decision that is very vital. So I want to say the opposition has their faults, and their fault is because we cannot stand on our feet, But to the ruling party, it is not the best. It is not the best. If you allow people to talk, then you look at Lagos State. I want to comment. Lagos State is also an APC state. You can see how the NGO have been on the neck of Lagos State. Any small thing, they come out and shout, and immediately they will get it sorted. But Ekiti as a test case, if you talk, nobody is even ready to talk. And the more people talk, the more you know the directive, you know the direction with which you have to champion whatever government resources. When you see everybody is quiet, you can just go to the market. You just everybody is one day we crash. It cannot be there. The home cannot be there for life.
Now we're looking at this drama around who occupies what position. You mentioned, of course, in position initially, and we're looking at this across board. In recent times, it's no news. Everyone has been talking about representatives in Ekiti. Who goes to the House of Representatives, who goes to the Senate. You mentioned something earlier, too, that whoever, there's a person you had a discussion with, that you can clearly say that this person has not done well. This person is not representing himself or herself, but the people of Ekiti. So representation is a big deal to everybody in a party, in a state, wherever. So what do you call the KPIs, the key performance indicators for these people? Because we should understand this, everyone should understand this. If we must begin to say whether a party is going to impose or whether people are going to go into the primaries, what should we look out for in these figures we're talking about?
And to me, now I'm talking, I want to put a little sentiment. Whenever somebody goes to represent a constituency, either at the local government, at the National Assembly, at the Green Chamber or the Red, whatever, Senate or Red, if you are so lucky you do 2 times, why can you use 12 years in something that belongs to all of us? It is all our cake. One person cannot say you want to go there like 3 times. That is greediness. You allow another person to go. Especially people that have not done well. I can boldly say if you have not done well, definitely you know that you have not done well. We have some people here, I'm not in their party, that we know, we hear, we see. Even when you greet them, their neck is so swelling that they cannot even answer. They are still, what are they looking for to spend 12 years in the National Assembly? A position that is meant for all parties. If one person is opportune to represent, please just make sure you do your own part and honorably step aside. And if you are not ready to step aside, stop carrying money up and down. Let the people decide on what they want at the primaries. At the primary, you have not gone there to make money to intimidate people that want to contest with you. In my own government, in my own constituency, we had a number of them that has represented us that did maybe fairly well. But what we have is anybody that spent 8 years. How old is Ekiti State? If you are so fortunate to spend 8 years, is that not enough? What do they have there? What is there? Don't they have a means of livelihood before going to that to represent us? So if you have done 8 years and step aside without anybody, without you even putting your leaders into pressure of please say it's me, please it's me, please it's me. Not only in the ruling party, even in my own party. If you know you have done it, step aside, let another part. But if only you, so what are you paying your money? It's supposed it's package. Like I used to tell my friend in my own constituency that it belongs to all of us. It is for all of us. It's not for a particular person. Nobody. We have people that are credible. We have women that can represent us. We have people that are credible. It doesn't have to be stagnant and just be in one person's sound. You want to bring your official car in your house for 12 years.
All right. Now, coming back to what I said, I made mention of before you joined the program this morning about the electoral law, the amended electoral law, where a new time frame has been given for parties to, do their registers, e-registers, digital registers, to conduct their primaries if they're going to do that. So, what sense did you make of that? Because it looks like that electoral law, the amendment of that, has brought us to this point to talk about imposition or handpicking. If anyone chooses not to call it imposition, you talk about the time frame that you have in about 2 months, all of this month. So how do parties will justify and say, even the PDP, APC, PDP, all these political will say, there's no time to do this running around for the primaries to happen. And so imposition, it looks like that's the order of the day. That's what the electoral law says now. How do we now place them side by side?
You talking? It's opposition that passed the law. It's opposition that don't they have something in mind before they pass it, before they sign, before the bill is being signed. It's just about if even discussing it does not have won't have any impact. That for whoever that wants to contest to do the needful. I know, and I want to align with you with your view that it is going to give room for imposition. There is nothing anybody can do, because ordinarily at this time, contestants also have been going to leaders seeking for votes. You go in the OJT and think what is a shame in Ekiti. You cannot know the election is coming in 3 months. Is it even up to 3 months? You cannot. Not everywhere is quiet. It has never happened like this. It is too quiet, and this quietness is so scary because nobody knows what can come out of it. The people that want to contest for National Assembly, whatever position that is within the time frame, also have been going to leaders, also have been seeking for votes here and there, but nothing is happening. Definitely, that is why I said initially that we are on the watch looking. Me, I don't have anything, but anywhere women are not well represented, it is there we will start shouting. If you cannot shout, if you cannot hear, you people that will join us will come and join us and come and make the case. But I know Ekiti is not going to take the back seat. That I'm very sure of. Even though we are not from the same party, and it's not that I am trying to go to that. If it is only one person, I am ready to stay in this PDP, whatever comes out of it. But I want to give it to her that she has really done well. And I'm calling on this present First Lady. She should not dull herself. Come on, Jackie, she should not lower the temple. We are looking for more. We are agitating for more. She should, if they are doing imposition, let her to come out and bring people around her. We have people like Ms. Okusola, they should join her. They should all come. We are not looking for anything less. So if any party in the state, you think you are not going to give us that percentage, we will mobilize and embarrass the constituency.
All right then. Now let's talk about party supremacy. Now, in your party, we can see that a whole lot of things have been happening. Rather, that is, a new chairman was announced recently, the PDP, and so that state chairman. How is this all going? Because we know, well, there are issues at the national level. How is it really going in the PDP right now in Ekiti? Let us know what's really happening now.
I am not the spokesperson. I'm not the
but you're a stakeholder. You're a major stakeholder in that party.
I'm not the what is it called, the publicity secretary of either of the faction. But all I know and I want to tell you is some people are Baba Salah. They are doing an election, an ESCO that has been existent for over 4 months, or if not up to 6 months. That some people now come together and say they want to do. To me, I believe it's just about the money that will be coming during the election. We are all politicians. Some people are, I want to believe, that is my personal opinion. I'm not talking on behalf of the factions. But what I'm saying is, it's just when money is coming, so that there will be critics, there will be disaster to his misuse. It's just unfortunate. Why I say it's unfortunate is people that just, especially the so-called chairman, that said the so-called new chairman used to be a colleague. We both contested, we both served as the chairman, and I know how much he loves the party. It's just unfortunate that he can descend so low to allow himself to be used. But nonetheless, that is not my own cup of tea. They know what they are looking out for. But to me, I want to believe the Odeyemi-led chairman is a recognized chairman. The law, there's no court of law that has disengaged them. So I don't know. I'm still also learning. I'm not a political science guru, but I am also learning to see how everything will play out at the end of the day. So to me, I want to believe and I align with the leadership of Right Honorable Odeyemi as the PDP state chairman.
So there's no law, there's no injunction taking out the previous person that was there. That's the Odeyemi man.
I might not be correct, but I have not heard of any law that disqualified their election.
But is there a way that the party can put all of this, because we spoke earlier about the party putting its house in order? Because if you keep talking about the other side or other political parties who may be pressuring the opposition parties that we have now, you must also work together to ensure that you stand as one. So if we have all of this, are there no efforts to see that, okay, we all agree at some point so that the PDP can be... Recently, we just we got information about how the governorship candidacy of Oluyede also happened, court cases here and there. Now, any Nigerian, any Ekiti resident will feel that, well, we're beginning to come to a round table to settle issues. But with this statement, with this information you just released now, it shows that a lot is not being done or achieved either. Are there other plans to see that the PDP, gets together?
There is nothing that could affect our candidates about the new party ESCO. The new party ESCO, they are here they have their own mission. That does not stop the electorate from voting for the right candidates. Oluyede has won the ticket, and he is the party candidate. So if they just say they just conducted another primaries and that some other faction emerged, as any court of law they announced that they should go for another primaries, we have only one candidate. That to me, that has nothing to do. It is just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. And if people can think and can look back and look ahead at this thing I'm doing, in another 5-10 years, if my children wants to read about it, how would the children feel about me as an individual? I think that thought about whatever decision we take and about whatever decision we want to take, either politically or anywhere we find ourselves. So to me, that has nothing to do with the party candidate. It is not. The candidates. We go to the field. We sought for votes from the electorate. So it's not about the internal wrangling. Can only affect the party structure. You know, when you are talking about the candidates now will not be depending on the PDP members alone to vote for him. So it's now about going to the market, going to everywhere to solicit for votes. You know, it's PDP that is going to be in the ballot. It's not going to it's not A faction, it's not B faction. It's about the party. For as long as INEC has recognized the party, so I don't see that as anything to worry about. So it's not an issue at all. It's not an issue. I want to the people there. It's just about Kilamaje. It's not about anything that can affect the candidates of governor. So he has been given the ticket. He has already won the ticket. So and the court has announced that the party name should be back on the ballot. So that has nothing to do with the candidacy of our governor, person of Uyede.
Okay. Citizens expect good governance, but you find that citizens vote along ethnic, religious, or party lines, regardless of competence. You have made mention of this. You have been quite concerned about competence, and that's why I had to ask you at a point on this interview that what are those key indicators to tell us that okay, this person has done well, this person has advocated for us, this person has sponsored bills, this person has worked to see that his constituents, Ekiti residents or Nigerians, have benefited from his representation or her representation at some level. And so there's a question of competence across board. For the female politician listening to this, how do they really break this cycle?
Without nursing any sentiments, anywhere you find a woman, it's like how do we put it in school those days? Continuous assessment, CA. When you do your assignment, you already have 20 marks. Anywhere you find a woman contesting, 20 marks, it's a duro. Because hardly do you see a woman. I am a living witness. I contested. I've once served as a chairman of a local government elected. Whenever you see a woman, 20% it's a duro. While for a male, although, what I'm saying that is anywhere you find a woman, we're talking about competence. Yes, we have. I am not also an advocate of just putting any other person. I'm not an advocate of voting for you out of sentiment. Me, have mercy on me. No, I am not out for that. I am saying, and what I'm saying this morning is, we have women anywhere. We have credible women. We know. Well, how do you know a credible a woman that is educated, a woman that has been able to put money together to establish herself, a woman that is a professional in her own level, a woman that has represented the community one time or the other. If you have women that has been able to pass through those hurdles and is just going to represent maybe 2 or 3 local governments or maybe 6 local governments, then what else are we what else are we saying? What else are we looking out for? You know, it's even better to bring in those people than to see what to say. You want to vote for somebody that if you greet, said he will not answer you. Somebody that if you say anything about the youth, he will look him. He's not ready to his anger come. It's better off we have a change for us to see. Anywhere you find a woman or my sister, it's not about sentiments. It's about we are so emotional. We know what is right at the right time. A woman will not go to any office and start using the money to do those things that I don't want to be mentioning on air. A woman will go to the office, we represent us, and knows what our children want, knows what, whenever you take care of a mother, you have to take care of the whole society, the whole community. So when you are talking about yes, education, fine, is educated. It's not that you have a NCE and you say you want to go to the Senate. It's not that you have a primary school, your dropouts in primary school, and you say you want to go and contest Senate. For as long as whoever is contesting has the required qualification for that position, I don't know whatever we need to look out for again. So I want to believe anybody before you even the INEC has the guideline, the basic qualification, the experience is there, you are presentable, you are accommodating, you have time, you have listening here. Those are the things I think the electorate should look out for. But having said this, all this will only play out during general election. You understand? The party, you talked about the party supremacy. Yes, there is a party supremacy. The party can say, especially some party that we don't want to mention, they will say, Lojoko, Iwolumalo. You understand? They will say, this is not because of this, because of that, because of this. I want to just charge the women. Let's buckle up. Let's not be intimidated. Let's not agree. Let's not stand on Baba Soikbe, Auntie Soikbe, even though we know what the party can do. By the time they tell you no, if you insist you want to go, they will just call people. Don't matter anymore, and you just find out that the next morning you call some people that be your follower, they might no longer pick your calls. But some of us are out there, we are watching. When that time comes, by the time INEC releases the candidates, if you don't have the percentage, then we cry out for people to come to our aid. We are looking at building on what Erelufayemi has started in Ekiti. We are not taking anything less.
Now, going to the elections proper, how do you convince a voter to choose competence and a track record of advocacy over probably money that is often distributed by the opposing party leader?
We have to go to and see our pastor and pray about that too. Where there's a collect money and cook soup. Oh no, it's only God that can save us. But personally, even though I am in PDP, if I find any credible woman to say in any of the political party, yes, somebody like me, I will do whatever is within my capacity to sensitize people around the constituency. All we need to do is the candidates, if whoever comes, any female that is lucky to get the party ticket, we have to do a scorecard. Is it a scorecard they call it? The list of what you have done and what you feel you can do. Then we use that as our campaign strategy. We start moving from one house to the other. Is about politics is not for the lazy. It's not for the weekend. It's for somebody that can wake up in the morning, maybe pick 5 houses. In this street today, we go to visit like 5 houses from one flat to the other. Please, my name is so. I have done this. If you vote for me, I will do this. This is my party. When you get there, my party logo is this. Please vote for me. When you vote for me, I will come back. There are ways we can campaign. Don't let me be telling this on air so that those men will not go and steal our strategy. We have a strategy that we will use. We bring out our children. We talk to our children. Our children will talk to their friends. And we have the number. Women has the number. We have what it takes to be able to occupy those positions if we are allowed.
All right then. So let's see. So that I will see if I'll take 2-3 calls or questions so that you can respond to them with the time that we have left. Now, as a female politician, what's the single biggest structural barrier that you face from that your male counterparts do not? Because now you're clamoring for the women and you're saying that whether it's in position in the PDP, in the APC, wherever, you are saying that women should be considered in this situation. Do you talk about the financing, the violence of thuggery, or internal party zoning arrangements?
But we are in this world. there's nothing good comes free. Nothing can be given to you on a platter of gold. There's not. It's only anything that is not good, that is not fair, that is not worth it, that you will not see people trying to also contest. So you're talking about. Can you come again? I don't know. Maybe I've forgotten your question.
Okay, so I was saying your single biggest barrier that men do not face, is it the party?
I want to let you know that there is nothing that is a barrier. It only depends on your approach. Some of these things that is a barrier, they are laddered to a greater height. Have you ever seen anybody in the university or in the primary school, whichever of the educational institution, that is being promoted without an exam? We are not pushing women. We are not talking about women that are not ready to face challenges. We are not talking about women that doesn't have cash to back up their contest. We are not talking about women that she's in a place and she just hear a gunshot and we flee. We are not talking about such. We are talking of women of integrity, women that have been tested, women that can also match up financially with the men. So we are talking about barriers. If you want to contest for an House of Assembly, you know you have money that will not take you more than a councillor. Then go for a councillor and wait until our bill is being passed. Shebi, we are looking forward to a bill that we are praying God that they would come to reality anytime soon by the grace of God. Women can, any woman at this point that you know you are not competent, you are not fit to face those challenges. You talk about Itogri. Of course, yes, Itogri is not an advantage for whoever wants to contest. That a woman that the woman does not showcase having talks does not mean she doesn't have what it takes to represent in whatever position. So when you're talking about challenges, I don't believe those things are challenges. It's talking about money. If you are good in your environment, do you know at times when you know how to play your cards, it's not even about having much cash. It's about she can do it and she will do it. So we are not talking about me, I'm not seeing our challenges. I want to see those things that you mentioned, even though they are realities, but it now depends on how you are able to tackle it one after the other. If you are talking about cultural barrier, yes, of course, there's somebody like me. I have 8 chieftaincy titles from different KBC in Ekiti State. So if somebody like me wants to contest, we will know how to go to the KBS minimum Yeba in B. A mad person will never be given a title, a chieftaincy title. So you're talking about cultural barrier. I want to know our royal father. There's nothing. I don't think they have anything to do with politics. They don't even put mouth because they will not want they will not want to be embarrassed. I have in any I've not heard of anything pertaining to that in Ekiti State. You know, KBC, they will say that we all belong to them. So KBC don't hardly put mouth in. You understand? So you're talking about financing. I've just told you. It's not if a woman knows how to play a card. When a man is, I'm not talking about those people that has gathered money that are 1-2 times, so they want to use the money to intimidate. We will be there. We will see. We have our mouths.
Okay.
We have
all right then.
Our money is supposed to be for constituency projects. It's not supposed to be for you to intimidate and get a ticket at all costs.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's take this one caller very quickly and in a few seconds. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, then. Well, we may have to just leave that away. We experienced the same thing earlier in the program, and we're still feeling the same way. But let's leave that. Thank you very much to my guest who was speaking with us for about 40 minutes this morning on Prime Discuss. Women advocate and female politician, former chairman, Bonyi local government, and former women leader in the PDP in Ekiti State here, Mrs. Folashade Akinrimola, who many of us know as Shade Bonyi. Thank you very much for your time and for speaking about the women in politics.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right. All right, ma'am.
Bye.
Okay, so that's a prime discuss today. We're keeping our eyes on the political space in Ekiti. Elections are coming in not less than 3 months or thereabout. And we trust that as these issues continue to emanate, we will keep talking about them. It's all to make our society better politically. Thank you very much for joining us today. And our sincere apologies for persons who tried to reach us on the program but could not get through. Join us next Monday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I am BUKOLA FORTUNE-OMOSOLA. Have a beautiful Monday. Bye-bye.
The submissions and opinions on this show are exclusively those of the analysts and the presenters. They do not represent the position of the station. Thank you.